off-road vehicle for off-road enthusiasts and hunters alike. The AT4 comes with a factory-installed 2-inch lift and off-road wheels and tires. In the front of the pack is where the Denali with the 6.2-liter engine, followed by the SLT and SLE trim levels. More refined styling and badging has added a bold appearance to the most sought-after vehicle in the truck market. Trice Hughes Incorporated, Highway 91, Ringston.
1580 103.3 WPKY Coffee Talk is on the air. Morning conversations about things of interest to you. If you'd like to be a guest on Coffee Talk, just email us your information at WPKYonline@gmail.com. We're proud to call Caldwell County home. WPKY.
Good morning and welcome into the Friday edition of Coffee Talk. I promised you we were going to have a lot of interesting guests today. Our first one is weather forecaster Dave Powell. It's been too long since we chatted. Good morning, Dave. Hello? Is Dave with us? We don't seem to have Dave with us. Why do we not have Dave with us this morning? Dave, are you there? Okay, well, we're going to take a break and we'll be right back. We'll see if we can get Dave back.
Right now, rejuvenating your bathroom is a pleasure at the Home Depot. Starting with the powerful Waterpik Torrent Shower Head at a new lower price of just $19.98. With 9 spray settings, including a power pulse massage with up to twice the massage force of other spray heads. So treat your bath well, and it'll return the favor. Save on the Waterpik Torrent Shower Head, now during the Winter Kitchen and Bath event, only at the Home Depot. More saving, more doing. Valid through March 24th, while supplies last.
Tired of sucking on cough drops all day for your sore throat, but not finding the right relief? That's because cough drops don't numb pain. Yeah, the truth hurts, but you're not a sucker. Try Cepacol. It's different. Just one Cepacol Instamax lozenge has 2 max-strength pain relievers and cools in seconds. It's the numbing relief you need to knock out sore throat fast. Find it at Walmart or your nearest retailer when sore throat strikes, and this time, strike back. Cepacol. Feel the difference.
Okay, we're going to try this again. Let's see if we have weather forecaster Dave Powell. Yes, I heard him. You're here.
I am here, yeah.
Good morning.
You just hung up on me, that's all. I'm kidding.
Sorry, Dave.
You didn't do it. I promise you, it's on my end.
Oh, okay. All right, well, that's technology for you. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Well,
that's right.
So, good morning, first of all.
Good morning, Misty.
Thank you for letting me call you this morning so that we can talk about ugly stuff again.
Oh, I know. I love being woke up to the ugly stuff.
Right? All right, Dave.
Yeah. Take it away, right?
Yeah, take it away. Tell me all about it.
Yeah, it's, we're going to have a pretty well cloudy day most of the day today and probably tomorrow too. Could see a peak of sun tomorrow, but it's pretty doubtful. But all eyes are continuing to monitor the Saturday night and Sunday time periods for some impactful winter weather conditions. And it does look like that some areas, actually everyone will get some kind of frozen precipitation at some point. The overall storm system is starting to shift. It's been shifting a little further to the south. And if that continues, that will drop the heavier snow line down towards our area. Right now, it looks like the northern parts of Hopkins County and Caldwell County all will get some pretty decent snowfall, whereas the southern parts on down south towards the Tennessee border will probably get a mix of precipitation. It is going to all start out as rain, and the rain will eventually change over to either a snow or a mix of precipitation, which could be sleet, ice, snow, all of the above. And that looks to happen in the Caldwell southward area by sometime early Sunday. So we'll have to watch this and see just how far south that storm system tracks. And I do suspect they will be issuing some kind of weather headlines, either a winter weather advisory or maybe even a winter storm watch. But it will probably be more either late. Well, actually, I don't expect that to be issued till sometime Saturday morning, although they could issue it as early as this afternoon. But I really think it'll be Saturday morning before they really have a handle on exactly what this storm's going to do. So after this gets through, look out. It's going to be some very cold air coming in, especially for this time of the year. Wind chills by Monday morning will be below zero in many areas, probably just above zero in western Kentucky, and looks like that single-digit lows will be possible pretty much all over the area. And that cold will stay around for a little while, and we're looking at another potential winter storm coming in for next Thursday, but there are some indications some warming may take place, so we'll have to watch that.
Well, what is that saying, Dave? March comes in like a lion, so it's going to go out like a lamb, right? So the end of March, we're not going to have these kind of discussions, right?
I don't buy those sayings very much.
Oh.
Some of them do have some truth, but this particular one, not so much. We could come in like a lion, leave like a lion.
I don't like lions.
We're getting closer. Yeah, we're getting closer to the severe weather season, which it's almost upon us, and as time goes by, we'll have to be dealing with some severe thunderstorms and tornadoes and all the things that goes along with our spring severe weather season. And by the way, February in Princeton was the second wettest on record. And so just thought I'd let you know, if you thought it was wet, yeah, actually it was pretty wet. So, it's...
but just the second. So what were the comparisons?
Well, I went back on the Messenet records, and they show that in January, Powell County received 3.61 inches of rain for the month, and in February, 11.04 inches just for the month of February, which gives the yearly total so far at 14.65 inches. And our overall average rainfall for the entire year is around 44, 45 inches, something like that. So we've already gotten over a fourth of our average yearly rainfall.
Right. And this isn't even, I thought spring was our wet season.
Well, actually it is, but March is usually the wetter month, because that's March and April. Your April showers bring May flowers. Hey, there's another saying for you.
If they don't drown them out first.
Well, that's right. And I don't know. The weather is not like it should be. It's been very unusual for the last couple of 3 years. We've had stronger hurricanes than what we've ever experienced before. So far this year, we've had snow in Hawaii and record high winds in that area. We'll talk about that another time when we've got more time, but there's a lot of weather extremes that's taken place that you may not have realized, and you would see just how strange our weather is.
Now, for the snow that's coming up possibly this weekend, are the temperatures going to warm up at all enough to help keep it off the roads, or are we looking at some road problems? Probably
not. If it turns to snow, then the temperatures will be cold enough that eventually it will stick on the roads. Of course, right now the surfaces will be a little bit warmer than usual. Well, not than usual, because we have had some cool air. Even today, it's just in the 30s out there, and so the road temperatures are not all that warm. So it won't take a whole lot for them to get down into the freezing area, and could cause some slick spots. This is a changeable forecast, which means that anything we say right now could be a big bust. In other words, if we say we're going to have some mixed precipitation, roads won't be too bad, hey, I would count it getting really nasty.
So whatever you say, it's going to be the opposite of. Yeah?
Well, yeah, it's a lot of times that's the way it works, especially this time of the year when it's, getting into March, and it's just a wild weather pattern anyway under normal conditions, and this is going to make it even worse.
Yeah. Oh, I know you're excited about your snow cream.
Oh, yeah. I think the vast majority of snow lovers would love to have one big snow, and then they're done with it. It's time to go to spring, and I'm kind of like that too. I wouldn't mind seeing one good snowfall. The ideal one would be where it stays off the roads, but it's very pretty to look at and deep enough that you can make snow cream and all kinds of things with it. And then you'd be ready for spring. And unfortunately, the pattern looks like it did last year. It looks like we'll go out of this wintertime pattern, maybe have a week or two of spring weather, and then we go into summer, which means April would be pretty warm. And it's just an unusual pattern to go the way we've been going for the last couple of years.
And see, I'm all about that kind of snow that you described. I'm all about, I love the pretty, I love the white, I love the, off the road. Off the road. As long as it's off the road, I'm all about it. I can deal with that.
Just hope that it's the snow that's off the road, not you that's off the road.
Exactly, right? Because if it's not off the road, then there's a good possibility I could end up off the road.
Well, I know, and then, of course, Caldwell County's got its share of hills and hollers, and so, yeah, it could be a little treacherous out there, especially if it gets pretty rough. So about the best advice I can give everyone is just to stay tuned to the station and to the National Weather Service and see what they say when they issue the headlines probably tomorrow morning. That will have a better idea of exactly what's going to happen. And so if they put you under a winter weather advisory, it could be that what that means is there's enough impactful wintry type weather. Doesn't necessarily have to be snow. It could be freezing rain. It could be sleet to cause travel problems. And then if it's a winter storm watch, usually that will be about 4 inches or more of snow expected in that particular area. So, there's a lot of different things, and we'll just have to see how it all plays out. We still got about another real 24 hours or so before we actually know exactly what this storm's going to do.
Yeah, that's another question. How far out, is it, and how accurate is it? When you get closer to, as far as predicting weather.
I can tell you that it's looking more and more likely that there will be some type of winter weather in the area, and pretty much everybody that's hearing me can probably count on that. Like I said, the big question is going to be how soon will the cold air get in here, and how soon will this stuff all change over to either frozen or snow, and then how much it will be once it does that. So, you can't expect it to start out as rain. That's a given. But then when will it change over? That's all going to be determined by the track of the low. And if it tracks further north, it would be more of a rain event. If it tracks further south, much more of a snow event. So, as I said, the trends right now is that it's going to track further south. If we want to get a good snow from, say, Caldwell County southward, it probably needs to track about another 40, 50 miles further south, and that's very possibly going to happen. We'll just have to see how that plays out.
Yeah, it's interesting. I mean, I wouldn't enjoy like you do sitting there watching it, but I don't mind the updates. I need the updates. I want to know.
Oh, I don't always sit here and watch it. Sometimes I'm out in amongst it, especially when there's severe storms, and of course we run the spotter teams out of Hopkinsville, and we stay in close contact with the National Weather Service on a fairly regular basis. So, there's a lot to weather, and I'm more of a hands-on person. I don't like to just sit in front of a computer. To be a good weather person, you have to get out there and experience it. You have to know what a storm is like, what it's going to do, what it could be doing on the ground, and then you can sit in a computer, and then you have a pretty good idea of what to say.
So when you talk about being out in it, like, are you talking about the movies, how you see storm chasers in the middle of the eye of the tornado? What are we talking about?
Yeah, actually you are, except it's more of a local basis. It's more, and we don't like to use the word storm chasers, because when you say storm chasers, you think of people who get out there and hoop and holler and celebrate that they've seen a tornado. It's just the opposite in this part of the country, because first of all, we don't have the line of sight they have out west. And secondly, the people that we're watching for the tornadoes for are our friends and neighbors and residents of the area we live in. And so it's not a cause of celebration to see a tornado when people who are under that tornado, their lives may have been changed forever. So that's not a cause for celebration. We take the job very seriously, and it is exciting to actually see a tornado. And I've been much closer than what I want to be on some of them, but I always take it seriously, and I never celebrate being there. The only thing I would celebrate is coming away from it alive.
Right. Yeah. See, I'm not a that's not the kind of what was the word you used a minute ago? Excitement that I'm in for. that doesn't that's not the fun kind of excitement for me, to being out in the middle of a tornado.
Well, our teams, and not just the ones in Christian County, but in Caldwell County and Trigg County, all of them have some very good spotters. They've had training. They train with the National Weather Service. You know, some of them are more organized than they are in other places. Christian County just happens to be lucky enough to be very well organized and a fairly decent-sized group. And so I can only speak from my experiences with them, and that is that they're highly trained. Some people call them citizen scientists just because they know a lot about the weather because of their experience. They've been out there. Some of them have been at it for 10 years or more. So they're old hands at it. Does that mean that they're never going to be in danger? No, there's always a chance for danger when you're dealing with storms, because sometimes those storms do things that you don't expect them to do. So you know, you have to be prepared for any eventuality, and I think most of them and all spotters out there know that there is a risk. It's a danger anytime they go out on something like that, because, hey, you're dealing with some of the fiercest weather on the planet. Some of these thunderstorms are absolutely frightening. But the difference is you know what to do whenever, you know, a lot of people don't realize if you're about to be hit with really high winds, if you nose your vehicle into it, you'll stand a better chance of surviving those high winds than you would if you were hit broadside, because your vehicle is aerodynamically designed to take higher winds, you know, front or backwards. See what I'm saying?
I do. Yeah, no, I didn't know that. I wouldn't have thought about that. Dave,
Well,
look,
now-
I want to keep talking about weather with you, but I do have to get to our other guest. We've got some interesting guests. We're going to have a pet of the week after a while, and we've got some mayors coming in and a judge executive. So I guess I'm gonna I've locked them out. Actually, they're standing out there in the cold right now, waiting to get in.
Well, you better let the mayors and judges in. They're very important people.
I better
especially when
do
you got
that.
Bad weather.
I better do that. Thank you so much for talking to me this morning, Dave. I appreciate it every time you're willing to just say, hey, can I call you and can we talk about this? You know, you're always there, and I appreciate that. Thank you.
Anytime, Misty. I really appreciate you calling me and thinking about me.
All right. You have a good weekend and be careful.
I will. You too.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye, Dave. That's Dave Powell, our weather forecaster. You know, he's been pretty good about knowing what he's doing. So let's keep listening. Just stay tuned to WPKY online. Stay tuned to WPKY. And follow us on our Facebook page for updates.
Right now, rejuvenating your bathroom is a pleasure at the Home Depot. Starting with the powerful Waterpik Torrent Shower Head at a new lower price of just $19.98. With 9 spray settings, including a power pulse massage with up to twice the massage force of other spray heads. So treat your bath well, and it'll return the favor. Save on the Waterpik Torrent Shower Head, now during the Winter Kitchen and Bath event, only at the Home Depot. More saving, more doing. Valid through March 24th, while supplies last.
Tired of sucking on cough drops all day for your sore throat, but not finding the right relief? That's because cough drops don't numb pain. Yeah, the truth hurts, but you're not a sucker. Try